Why is your culture keeping you broke as an insurance agent? All right. And no, I'm not talking about the kind of culture that you might be thinking about. Okay. So bear with me. If you don't know me, my name is Malcolm and I'm the co-founder of AgentGrowth.io, where we help insurance agents scale faster with less effort by leveraging AI funnels. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about why having the right culture around you is so important. Okay, because I've noticed that in the insurance space there is a specific culture, and there are cultures depending on what companies you work for. And I'm realizing that it's playing a huge role in some agents being able to scale and some agents not being able to scale. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that right now. This is you. This is the culture of your office. I said office, but maybe your team, your agency, whatever, right? And I realized that that culture has a gravitational pull, and that group influences you in many ways. So we've all heard about the idea that you're the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself most with, right? That phrase has even become cliche to me, but yeah, appears to be true. Okay, and in what ways does that culture influence you as an insurance agent specifically? Okay, well, I definitely see that the agency that you work with, the team that you work with, etc., they influence your beliefs about what is possible, what is right slash wrong to do in business, your habits, how to solve problems, how to spend your workday, your acceptable methods and tools for sales, marketing, etc., 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 right? Your expectations about how to succeed and when to succeed, things like that I've noticed. And sometimes that culture plays in your advantage, of course, but a lot of the times for agents that are not where you want to be right now, even if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're not exactly where you want to be. Well, you need to ask yourself the question, is the culture that I have at the office or in my team helping me get there? Or is it separate from my goal and having a gravitational pull that is keeping me away from the goal, right? This is huge because if you realize that you are being held up by the culture of your office, then what can you do about it? Well, of course, you can be as radical or as measured as you want, right? But there is still a gap to be filled here, and the gap cannot be bridged if you're still like prisoner to the gravitational pull of the culture. So the gap can only be bridged by a change of culture. But first, you need to free yourself from the gravitational pull of your current culture. It's like a rocket, right? It's the hardest when you're first start taking off. But yeah, how do you do that? I think that the first thing that is the most important is awareness, understanding what are the characteristics of the current culture that you have, what are the beliefs, the habits that are being promoted by the culture, and realizing if those are aligned with what you want or not. That's the first thing, awareness. Once you know that, then you need to, let's say that if they are aligned, well, the story finished here and then you can stop watching this video. But if you realize that no, it's not the case, the culture is not aligned with your objectives, then what do you do? In that case, well, you will have to figure out, first of all, what will be the beliefs and the habits that will be aligned with your goal. Okay, let's say you want to build your own agency. You want to build an agency where every agent can do remote closing and you have a steady appointment flow, and you want to do it in a leveraged way with digital marketing and implementing AI. Okay, cool. Well, if your office is still doing cold calling and door-to-door and buying leads and playing the numbers game, well, nobody there is going to encourage you to try different things and to try to leverage AI and to try new technologies. They're going to say it doesn't work or like it's not moral or whatever they're going to believe, right? So when you realize a discrepancy in values, then you identify what are the values that you need to have around you to achieve your goal. Then you need to find a different culture, man, because it's so important. And sometimes you do need to change maybe like your team, but sometimes it's just having a different environment around you that can help you, that can open your eyes to things that you didn't see before in your usual culture, because people there think differently, say things differently, speak and communicate differently, and they act differently. And then at first it's gonna be a shock. It's like, when you have that culture clash, when we travel, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, oh wow, this guy is saying that he can do that at that level of speed. Well, I never thought that was possible. I never seen that in my office. Oh, this guy is leveraging this tool. I never thought that was an actual tool that we could leverage in insurance. That's crazy, right? Things like that. And then your eyes start to open to new possibilities, because monkey see, monkey do. That's basically it, right? So yeah, all that to say that I have a school community that you need to join if you want to be an insurance agent that is leveraged and implements AI and modern tools. That's what we do. That's a new culture that you can join, where we build around that, where we talk always about that stuff, when we are always discussing those subjects, and we have free courses, we have free information that can actually implement from day one. Is completely free, okay? And my goal is to build I want to change the way business is done in insurance. I want to modernize it, okay? Because I come from a background where in digital marketing, we have done things a different way. And I think that the insurance market is behind the curve right now. Okay, so that's the goal of that community, and it's totally free, and you can join right now if you want to start growing and changing paradigms and changing your culture right now for a better future, to achieve your goals of scaling your agency effortlessly. So that was short and sweet as a video. That's all really important, and I hope it makes sense. I'm definitely invite you to join my community, but nevertheless, if you find another community that you like more, I still encourage you, because this is really important. If you surround yourself with winners that think the same way and are achieving what you want to achieve, then you will get there with time, right? Cool. So see you in the community.